cam into middle, but yeah, they got all kinds of ideas, they got all kinds of setups. Let's see what they come up with. Let's see how Motive does deal with it. I mean, I'm surprised Motive is picking this map. It's a map that they struggled on in the grand final against Nous. They got 32'd, if I remember correctly, and it's a map that I've seen them look a little lost on, but since then, they've changed their comp. They used to play the Harbour comp. Now they've got Wayne onto the Omen. This is a playmaking comp. Omen Jet on this map makes plays, man, and I'm looking forward to seeing it. Got a little bit of a wall cross over on A, and early on, Vera's going to be looking for an opening pick.
Vera always one to like to get aggressive, and he's going to be straight up onto the pipes to have a little bit of a look in, but instead he actually chooses to fall away. Maybe not happy with what he's seen just yet. So already starting to put a little bit of information in. The post-nerf salvos not getting any catch, but Vera's already been spotted, so he's happy to fall away.
Yeah,
looking to get into sight now.
Wayne's sitting on top of the screens here.
Oy. It's all over the shop, isn't it? It's looking like it's going to be a really, really scrappy one. Minlong does find the plant, but Cute. Yes, I can. Twilight. What is happening? Blink and you'll miss it. That's Fancy with the pistol.
Where did Motive go? It just got deleted. Fancy just storm up into the site. There was bloody lemmings running everywhere on the backside of that A site, and they've chewed through all of the wiring. Unbelievable. Twilight gets up on top screens here. This is just chaotic from Fancy. This is what I'm talking about. They do some crazy stuff, but it works out beautifully. I mean, this comp is crazy. Phoenix, Omen, Cypher, Teo on Icebox. What on earth? Oh, he did this. The TP on 2 else they like to do with the Omen. Yes, I can. And punishes Sushi Boys for walking on down there. And now Twilight's just posted up. Waiting for the mid lurk. Fall away. Cycled Motive. I'm going to try to find the Omen walking around it.
For now, we'll say it's just the pistol. They've managed to find some spaces here. They've not got any sort of lurk utility outside of it because the trip is so far forward in towards main.
Yeah.
Now's the...
Launching missile. Kinds of ideas. Like, there's method to this, you know?
There has to be. Twilight has found the opening pick here, and they should very well drop like flies. Flaring does manage to at least take one. Wayne also a second, but yeah. This should be, again, just a relatively easy finish. Questionable from Cute. Fisio does have the flank, but the spikes drop. They're very separated. I mean, the only good thing is that Wayne was kind of trapped on a bit of an island there anyway, but I think Fancy have lost a little bit too much there.
Oh, did he pinch it? Oh,
nope.
Hands on the Bulldog there. You're right, that's an expensive round. You can already see the investments of the Phantoms there from the defense. Anticipating a little bit of light armor to be purchased. What am I talking about, man? Like, they play these weird comps. Standing. I missed that. Ferris trying to dive into the side of the plant. Respect. But, like, look at how they use the salvos and the Phoenix Molly there. So many interesting things. That trip for belt, like, what even is that? We got double trips. No flankages happening here.
Love it. The utility making all the sense in the world. Salvo to try and flood off Vera, and now he's still having a little bit of a look forward. The dark cover does give that additional space, as you mentioned, a dastardly combo, but the shots are a little bit wild. He does walk away with one. Fisio good for the trade, make it 2. So Fisio's done a little bit of damage here. That spike is still dropped, it's awkward. Now as the cage does go up, Starin's actually able to slip the net here, so they do start to fall away. Fancy, no space on the side of A.
Both of these defenders hanging around towards backside. No real info elsewhere. Killjoy turret still active. Another smoke to deny the info. Wall goes up, but the defense, as more time elapses, they do peek out on this. And recognize that there's not really much happening for the attackers. They're still hesitant to rotate, though. Quite happy to A stack, and as they on A.
30 seconds left.
Turret does get dealt with. Drone doesn't spot out anything out in A main. That may prompt a rotate here for Motive, which opens up some space for Fancy to contact their way back onto the A side. They're reading this extremely well, but Worth Motive are getting active down mid in the meanwhile.
Poison's off.
Yeah, limited time.
10 seconds left.
10 seconds to Try and get in towards this one now, and it should be an easy cleanup for Styra, and apparently not. Does get taken down, so they will be able to find that spike plant, and now the rotation starts to wrap in. They've got a bit of work to do here.
That's what I'm wondering. It is. Can't jump it.
He's confused.
Never
Sushi
seen
Boy
that
saying,
before.
what the hell? What the helly? He might be able to find Twilight here on the clear, though. Find the timing. He's looking into the wrong position, but he doesn't quite get the damage. And now they do manage to flood their way in towards the side here. All members are relatively low on HP, but I think they've sort of been put into a little bit of a point of disarray. But now the damage being dealt, going up high and dry. Yes, I can. Surely has cleared out this round. He absolutely has. Well, Pilly.
Run, bro.
Fancy. They're on the board. 3-0.
Oh, I thought he was going to die. End of time. You're right. No bonus converted there for Fancy. And this is the most fancy game I've ever seen, Mitch.
They had a Vandal and a Sheriff, by the way.
They're doing all kinds of weird stuff. What did you say?
They had a Vandal and a Sheriff. That was it.
Yeah. But you know what? They had a lot of Vietnamese swag, mate. Motive taking a timeout. Spin's just shaking his head. He's like, what are they even doing, guys? Like, come on. They're playing Cypher, post-nerf Teo, and a Phoenix. This is what we're losing to?
Time for a quick pause. They don't want to let this one get too far away from them. And I think, yeah, really from what we can sort of see so far is just that little bit of disarray, right? You know, you talk about it, how if you let others get into your mind, get into your head a little bit, you overthink it. I think your old boys were famous for it. You know, maybe making some considerations, getting too stressed about it.
No comment. Let's just cast the game.
I hit a little bit too close to home there, did I, mate?
Oh, man.
What's the word? And losing games we shouldn't. The keyword being shouldn't.
I don't know what you're talking about, but how good is this Yes I Can guy? Let's change the subject. 7-0.
He's 7-0! Oh
Incredible.
my god.
Oh, big 2 walk. Hold on.
Twilight on top. He's got to connect. Yes I Can gets 3 here. Never mind. Wayne and flaring. Wayne and flaring. Hang on a second. Looking good. Fisio trying to recover the pieces. But the snakebite's going to make it a little bit awkward. Minlong trying to get through. Salvo goes out. Star and finds him. Fisio. Oh, Fisio. Looking to make it work. He does absolutely. Information gathered. Sushi Boy swings on, but Fisio's the hero and Fancy is still the best team on the planet.
Yeah, look. I've seen some cleaner anti-ecos from some of the best teams on the planet than that. They lost 4 guns to a 2 walk. But that's just Motive taking the time out and going, well, yeah, it's Fancy. They're going to keep doing this weird stuff. It's going to be a TP up top too. Let's get active, boys. Gotta respect it. But now we head into the meat and potatoes, back into another gun round. Run it back. And the pit. So this is a ult and a round closing ult in the post plan. Up comes out for Vera. He's posted it up. Over towards that A side of the map. He's not going to see too much over there. Once again, Fisio just deploying his entire kit over towards A. You got a trip on middle. No one's flanking mid, guys. Don't worry. That comes the Teo drone. Flaring push. Once again. Oh my god. This is what I'm talking about, bro. A wall to cross yellow. Top site smoke TP'd into. This is crazy.
Strategy is bold, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off. They are going to be able to get that spike planted, or will they? In the end, Yes I Can does go down, and Bucute just sits straight in the Hunter's Fury, back yellow. There's 2 members left. There's a flank coming in from Fisio. Maybe there's a world where they still win this Pilski. Minlong sitting back. The alarm bot will get the information. Sushi Boys tries to drop Fisio, but I think they have to just start to fall away now. How far away is he from his flank? I mean, they're not on the defuse just yet. But I think Minlong said, nah, too hard, boys. I'm out of here. Oh, and it is going to be Motive getting a clean round with 5 alive, I think.
Yo, when are my salvos come? I'm going to drop some missiles on the spike, guys. And nerf that. Unfortunate.
Oi, oi, oi.
Yo, Fancy, they got so much space on B long. I thought that was going to be like a run. I thought they would step to the plan, bitch. You know what I mean? I thought it was going to be run it back into pit, then we're going to be cooking with gas. They use neither of those ults. They try to force the plant, and then they get comboed by the Snake Bite Hunter's Fury. Stone gets 2 with the ult. So much value from that for Motive. And they pick up their first round. They're just going to stick to what was working, mate.
Toxin screen down.
Once again, up on that A line. Do have a disruptive smoke thrown over towards B. Omen will be the anchor over on that B side of the map.
Man, it is still
very slowly though.
Like, only just a quick interjection. Like, you know, I don't have a very analytical brain of this game, but even I am still just in awe of what I'm seeing at the start of each of these rounds.
I respect it though. Like, they play weird, but like sometimes they kind of cook, you know?
Yeah, it doesn't mean it's bad just because it's strange, right?
Oh, it is like on the balance of probabilities and also to go like into Fancy's overall success as a team. It is bad on average, but sometimes it's brilliant. You know what I mean?
Sometimes it's good. Yeah, exactly.
Prepping themselves for this A execute. Vera still has to be pushed off the line. Runner back is ready to go. And a pit in the after plan.
Action is coming. Vera, head ripped off, misses the opening shot. Unfortunately, not going to be connecting on the jet there, so they do get forced away. It is going to be a little bit of an awkward one. Most site control has been taken here. Surely we start to see a spike plan.
Where's the pit?
Paranoia. Yeah, straight in. Yes, I can. Oh, awkward from flaring. Twilight does actually manage to find another. There's the run it back. Looking for further information, but he's not doing anything with it. He's just going to be able to fall back. Styron, will he show his head? Not quite. Now clearing around the bend. FCY gets the shot. He is looking clean and mean on this Cypher. Now all on the line. They would just have to peak one by one to lose this round, and they've got to be awkward. They've got to be careful, rather. They've got decent lines. All watching a different angle. Bukoot will find it, and Fancy, well, look, they're up 5-1. 3 alive. Motive's money is okay.
Yeah. Man, Fancy's done that a couple of times, though. They did it in the pistol. They love to wrap into here.
Taken out.
Throwing that dark cover onto screen side and taking all of the space away from the defenders, which really disrupts the retake. And they're not using their ults in the ways that I would be expecting. Like, I would think, okay, we're kicking off the site execute with a run back, then we're going to throw down the pit in post-plant. And the fact that they don't really use the ults in the way that you're expecting is kind of throwing Motive off a little bit, I feel like. Dart dealt with early on. Vera back on the AWP. He's got off by the Paranoia. Potentially.
It's going to be interesting. Yeah. Sometimes Vera,
gonna hold it.
You know, a couple of those missed shots can put the pressure on the rest of the team. But look at the aggression he's in. Oh. He gets baited in by the stealth drone. Bukoot's found that this is Fancy absolutely putting on a clinic right now. Sushi Boys would have to do his best to deny. He does drop FCY, who has been a pivotal member. Paranoia keeps him at bay, Pilski. It's going to be a tough retake in the 3-on-4. Pit goes up.
Oh, what is that?
I think a beauty, Mitch. Read it and weep. Sushi Boys, I think he thought he got some info, but yes, I can does manage to take him down. Now Wayne walking straight into the pit.
No way!
The lockdown will be denied as well. Flaring is wondering what is going on. He's confused by the pit. He's just going to run away. He's terrified. He's scared. He doesn't know what's happening. And yeah, well, Flaring, he's straight back towards B. And he's going to give the team some additional time to discuss what's happening right now. But that's Fancy with 6.
Fancy are absolutely cooking him, mate. What on earth? This is Motive's pick. And Fancy's hitting, just run the same comp. You know, straight into them. And they're doing this kind of stuff. That Rafters ult was a thing of beauty from Yes I Can. Vera, you can't dash away if you get suppressed by a Teo drone, you know? Like, you're not even ready for the stick bug, mate. Look at this. Got absolutely stick bug. No opportunity to have any impact there. Fancy are looking so sharp on the end. She's just cracking on into that A site.
I cannot believe.
Bro, Spin's in disbelief. It's got no idea what's happening. He's having a crisis right now.
Literally getting stick bugged in 2025 is already something that's pretty crazy. So, yeah, they all do seem to be a little bit shocked. I mean, look, you know, I checked VLR before. There was a few comments about how this one was going to be a Swift 2-0. I've seen similar starts like this in the past where, you know, the quote-unquote underdog Does get a few early runs on the board, you know, maybe catching off guard with a little bit of non-traditional play. Usually, the tides do turn. It does go the way of the team with the stronger history, but I don't know, right now, I think that's exactly what's being thrown out. He's going, guys, like, why are we panicking? Why are we freaking out? This is some weird business. Let's just play our game.
Yeah, look, I'm hearing everything you're saying, but as far as I'm concerned, Fancy's going to win this league just based off these first 7 rounds. I'm ready for them to take me away. Vietnam #1. I can see it happening right now.
The Vietnamese Valorant resurgence would be a warm welcome to us all.
I mean, you got Nizzy in Tier 1. He's had a couple of good games. Last game, don't look at that one. You know, Crazy Guy just did win the league. Current reigning champion of VCT Pacific. Beast from the East. Can't mess with that. Throwing up on the off angle here with one of only 2 rifles brought into this round for Motive. And Fancy are doing a whole lot of nothing. They are waiting for aggression here for Motive. Double trips on Garage. No one's getting through Garage. Got the great wall built over here. No entry out of B long for the defense there.
It's like they're waiting for the, you know, the Platinum Rainer to push down B.
Right, they just took, like, I can't remember. How long is that? Like 55 seconds to break the kill joke.
Launching missile.
Yeah.
There you go. Salvo's
Same
gonna
thing.
push Flaring
Salvo
onto
onto
Yep.
pipes.
Stickbug comes in, pushes them off the line. There's the top yellow, and the Phoenix
The
wall
wall!
again.
Yes!
Oh yeah, that's the B long control.
I'm up
You'll
and
have to
about.
see it.
30 seconds left.
Keep an eye on Vera coming into this retake though. He does have the
Poison's
knife.
spike planted.
See what kind of pathing he does choose. Because the wall is on A, guys. Fancy do not have a Viper wall on B here.
Going to have to rely on the dark covers of Wayne. They don't exactly have the weaponry to do it, so it's going to be on to Vera, as you mentioned, up and over the top.
Whoa.
But it's an awkward, I think that was a team flash, but maybe not.
That was Phoenix flash.
Yeah, Twilight is just ripping heads off, and Minlong's finally got a kill, so Fancy continue their reign of terror, 7-1.
She's dead.
What's his name? I'm pretty sure is this Mindlong? You call it
It's
like
literally
Mindlong or something.
no, it's Minlong per the pronunciation sheet. So unless Soup's
good.
baiting me,
I'm glad one of us knows what's going on here. He's just trolling the casting again.
look,
I mean,
if I
that
haven't
retake
played
was
enough
looking good.
Corrode, at the very least I can do is read the player names, you know.
Yeah, look, you're doing the bare minimum out here. I respect it. Wish I could come up to that level. I'm just here fanboying Fancy United.
Toxins
True,
going up.
true.
We're not the
Poison
same,
orb
me and you.
emitting.
Has the wall been put on B ever? They're just putting the wall on A every round. Like, no one
I think
does
it's
that.
literally being put into that same position every round.
Locating target.
I mean, to be fair, they're using the dark cover and the Phoenix wall to take B long control every time.
Again!
Out comes the
Missile deployed.
Teo drone. Yep, we've got B long control. Sushi boys looking to defend.
I can't believe that Fancy are going to win Ascension. This is incredible.
No, they're winning Pacific next year.
Rotation again. And Fisio is still sitting
Spike
over towards that
planted.
side of A. This time there's maybe an opportunity flaring. Sushi Boy's getting a couple of kills. Styron, I think he did get some info, but Minlong does manage to find one. He does have the ultimate as well, the Armageddon. Yeah, it can be thrown out at any opportunity. Recon Bolt destroyed immediately. Buku still alive, so there it is. The Armageddon thrown away, and now the curveball out. Wayne does get the head, so it's going to have to be on to Fisio and Minlong to try and hold this on. Look at the flank. Look at the flank from Fisio. He has all of his control. They're just focused on the position, but he doesn't have the time. He does get the 3K. It was something beautiful, but unfortunately that spike will be defused, and Motive a desperately needed second round.
Yeah, I feel like they won both of their rounds doing the exact same thing. It was the Hunter's Fury from downtown into a successful B retake. Same pieces, working once again.
Last player standing. Enemy remaining.
Motive only surviving with 2 guns though. Gonna take a little bit of a toll on their economy. Down to a lot of sets of light armor.
Cover going out.
Top 2. Turret dealt with. They know the Omen's up there. Fancy, it's been a lot of main control.
Cover going
Motive
out.
fully set up inside of A main, taking more and more space. They know the Cypher Cam is somewhere, and they have successfully dealt with it. Fancy were going to look to get active in middle, but off of seeing Motive taking all of that A space, they're going to go back and retake that. Both teams kind of reacting to what each other are doing. Motive are going to go for a mid re-clear. Fancy are going to go for an A main re-clear. So that's getting messy.
I actually don't mind this at all from Motive. Hopefully they'll be able to find some additional control, but instead they pull the plug. They're heading back to A.
Dropped his smoke. Fancy looking to pick up the pace, though.
No info from the drone, so I think it's going to be a bit of a brawl here, Pilski. Moving in towards the side already, Star in there. Twilight getting the opening onto one. Bukute another. Wayne taken down by Minlong, so once again it's Fancy with the man advantage, but Flaring does get the catch right before the cyber cage goes down. There's an opportunity here for them to come back and try retake this one now.
It's so hard to retake, though.
Last
Every
player
time
standing.
Fancy is taking all of Screen's control off of them. FCY further extending that advantage. What do you even do here as Sushi Boys?
Yeah, that's rough. Flaring going down way too quickly.
It's not planted for them. It's planted backside.
No way.
No one's even playing for backside. But Sushi
Lulling
Boys
them
are going
into
to
a
the defuse.
false sense of security, I guess.
What the hell was that?
It
They all
doesn't even
just
matter.
left the spike.
They just knew it was never getting diffused, Mitch.
They took all of Screen's control, planted it under Rafters' backside, and then all played main. Like, what on earth is going on? This is so sick, though, from Fancy. With that A main wall, every time they have gone towards that A site, they have successfully been able to wrap Screen's control. Very, very creative usage of all the different kinds of smokes that they have. Like, they're defaulting the Viper wall to A, but they're getting so much value out of the Phoenix wall, out of the dark covers, out of the cages, bro. Cage into A main to burst out of, and then they cage over onto Heaven's side. It's so cool.
Very looking for something here. They were successful when they did the old tube walk previously, but this time around it's just information. Styron making quick work. He's actually found two. Make it three. Styron with the Guardian finally opening up the bank account for the team. Now it's on to Minlong in the 1 versus 4. And the flank is there. It should be okay. And that is going to be Wayne securing it. A third round for Motive. And Fancy
Last round.
finally
in the
losing
half.
another round. Motive getting a well-needed 3. And with the weaponry that they can take through, maybe there's a chance for at least 4.
That's true. It's good to see the underdog get some runs on the board, even if it is only a thrifty.
Player
I was literally about to
Best
say
team in the
the
world.
best team in C versus the underdog. Yeah,
Yeah. Fancy, right? Best team in C?
exactly,
That's what I
exactly.
thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. Run it back is ready to go here once again as we head into round number 12. Aggression.
Gone quick.
To A main here for Motive. Styron does grab one more closer to his Hunter's Fury, just one more needed.
Hey.
What are we seeing here? I want to fight it. It's still just so awkward. Like both teams just a little bit too cautious either side. There's Bukute popping to run it back. Mira does take it down. Yes, I can gets
Spike
one,
down
but Wayne
A.
at least for 2. But it's not done just yet. Yes, I can. Fisio still alive. 2 on 2 here. And now the pit going down. A counter pit from Flaring before that spike even gets dropped. He's going to actually have to do it inside. And with that decay, it drops him all the way down to 1 point of HP. 55 seconds left, but at least they can get out of here.
Yeah, but they look at Yes I Can is one off of his own pit here. Sushi Boys also one off of the lockdown. Pit going to be forfeited here by the defense potentially, although they're just walking out right side. Screen's expecting the slow play here for Fancy. Fancy taking their time, clearing the map. Fisio is very close to death, and there are so many off angles to be
30
concerned
seconds
about.
left.
But if you can even just get the plant here for Yes I Can and get yourself into a pit after plant, then you could really be cooking with gas.
20 seconds.
Worth mentioning as well, turret is still up inside the middle. And you've also still got an orb for the retake as well as a nano here for the defense. So plant could be denied here with 13 seconds on the clock.
Well,
10 seconds
I think they'll be
left.
lucky. Yeah, absolutely. They forced him into a very awkward position. Now, Sushi Boys, if he
Spike
goes
planted.
solo, though, it's such a risk. If he gets taken down here, it could be awkward. But there's the pit.
Got the ult.
And now he's going to wait. Exactly right. It's going to go in.
Nice.
Lockdown.
Flush out
By
the
the
pit.
time. Get rid of him. Get him packing back towards yellow. And now he just wants to pip in and out. Give himself that additional time. I think he's actually going to let the pit go completely just to try to lull them into a false sense of security. But Sushi Boy's inside it. He's going to be able to find the right amount of timing. And look, I think 4 rounds is enough. It's that little bit of a mental reset here from Motive to try and get their way back into this series because, I don't know, I've been confused, but it's been a thing of beauty. It's like a car crash. You can't look away, and that's what makes this region exciting. Let's see if they can shift it back in the half.
Enemy kill. One enemy remaining.
We're confident into this one, but they can't just quite handle the Teo Phoenix. And that is going to be a very, very quick start to the round. Vera ready for it beyond. The salvos will go out, so it's a little bit of an awkward one. Pilski, this is a non-standard looking pistol round as all the chaos is happening inside mid. And it is paying off in dividends right now for Motive, but as Minlong makes his way back in, yes, I can drops Vera. And all of a sudden, they do actually have to head towards the spike plant on A. But it looks like Fancy are already here to try and clear.
Right here.
Yeah. Trying to cut them off on the approach there. Orb on top of 410. Bit of a vertical wall does get dropped. Yes, I can. Spotting out multiple players. 3 players all firing back at him. We end up in a one-on-one.
Styron has not much HP. And he's
dart.
nervous.
I mean, yeah. He's got a dart at least. He can pump the dart and he'll feel a little bit less nervous, feel a little calmer. Oh, look at this. Been long reading this so perfectly. He's already on his horse over into kitchen.
The timing here is going to be
left.
an insane thing for PSA.
Wow.
Just think that, yeah, look. Fancy, 9-4. Not much else to say. Just let the game talk for itself.
That was such a cool pistol from Motive, though. They raid bossed 2 people. Vera and Wayne both had light armor and sheriffs that round. I haven't seen that before. That a while ago that was talking about how much Gen G bought sheriffs
Spike planted.
on their run.
Big bang.
Fnatic as well love a sheriff buy on the pistol. Can be very, very solid. Force buy here from Motive. Last time they played Icebox with this comp, they went 11-1 against Sharper on the attacking side. So we know they've got a good attack on this map. Just a case of witnessing it.
Revealing
Looks like
area.
a set play towards B, nice and early on. Trip is placed over here towards B. Full retake with a cam ready to go. CP top side from Wayne. That's
Oh my. And Fisio already able to find one as well. Wayne does get the trade out, but now the pressure starts to go on because already look at this forward thinking. Wayne, I don't actually know if he's going to be ready to clear this, but they come straight through with the curveball out. Minlong gets the trade, but now it's a 3-on-3. They're back at yellow. They're already sitting pretty. Ready to deny this. Play the post plant as deep as possible. Siren keeping an eye, taking points. Salvos go through. Twilight finds it, but it's traded. And there it is. Fancy, get another round. 2 alive. Not too bad. The Vandal and the Bulldog will be taken forward, but that's 10 rounds on the trot here for Fancy, and Motive are running out of opportunities.
That was a really sick round from Motive, though. I love the pistol round that they ran, and then the full spy as well. Shouted step out in the updraft dash onto top side of B. You had multiple players trying to shove their way into kitchen there on the entry. This is super cool. Vera and Wayne working together in tandem. Wayne gets a lot of work done there from top side, but when you boil it down to brass tacks here, this is rifles against stingers in open duels on B long in the post plant, and you know that Fancy's winning that every day of the week. They're going to take a timeout after that. Try to steady the ship. Did clean up that round with several rifles surviving. They know that Motive's money is not good, so they want to try to close out this game nice and clean. See the coach is in the black wife beater there. He means business.
Absolutely.
If we throw this
I
lead
would
away,
listen to that,
someone's
man.
getting spanked tonight.
Yep. Well, look, it would be a pretty tough one to kind of give away. I mean, we've definitely seen crazier things, right? You know, the weaponry will start to come through here for Motive. They're on the attacker's side. They can be the ones to kind of steer the ship here. There's less confusion, but I don't know, man. Fancy are looking like they'll at least take a map here, and being their pick and moving into Haven next, maybe they'll back themselves with a bit more momentum.
God, I hope so. I hope they run this all the way to a win in Ascension. I just want to watch more games from Fancy United. Big move up towards middle here for Motive. Going to be some pace with the Stingers yet again.
Magnition.
it's awkward. Already so much action happening in the middle. Siren does get one back, but
Spike down mid.
yeah.
No! What the hell?
Got him.
That's
Why is there 10 people in middle 5 seconds into an anti-eco? Like, what the hell is going on? That was such a weird round. Like, Motive was getting the half-buy ready. They run into a dark cover and a Teo stun, followed up with a paranoia, and the entirety of the
Spike
defense
down
is
mid.
running them down like dogs inside of middle. What on earth am I watching?
2 people have just run through that poison cloud absolutely unashamedly.
Scanning ahead.
Now the fight mid. It's been brought to A as Twilight has walked completely down to jail and found 2. What is happening right now? Wayne on the trade. Yes, I can. Has tucked his way into the cubby. I think he might be okay there for now. Sushi Boy's healthy. He's got the curveball and he is giving up the information. But yes, I can's playing the high-low. They are nervous. They are a little bit shaken. Wayne is going to be looking to join them as well, but again, they're weakened. You know, 4 alive for Fancy. The damage has already been dealt onto Wayne.
Dark cover thrown out into middle, trying to bait out a peak. Isn't what actually ends up making it happen, but peak punished nonetheless. Numbers even up now for Motive. Joining up with Flaring, who's got a little bit of a lurk on in towards B. Cam left behind for the retake, as Fisio has had his eyes on the mid-cross. Know that there's not an active lurk in play as Fancy play full retake on this A site. They will be a little out of position to be able to attempt this post plan, but the Cam will at least give them a little bit of a
Toxin screen down.
to try to get into position in time.
Spike planted.
Ins and we ain't talking Potter. On the
Placing
3-on-3
swarm
retake. Utility down.
Nice nanos.
Needs to be perfect this round from Motive. Yeah, exactly. They're buying
I'm
as
all
much
out.
time as
Tail.
they can for this rotation. You're right. There still is an opportunity for them to get back into this. The timer is ticking, but both members are towards yellow. That Armageddon could go down. It could flash him out into a really awkward line. Flaring has to go forward. He only finds one. Minlong another. Wayne has managed to sidestep it though, so he's okay. He's going to live on for a little while longer, but he has to try and clutch this, and he will. Oh man, the fact that it goes down to the 1v2 for Wayne is just a dastardly D thrown out by Fancy.
Gorgeous shrouded step from Wayne, though. I mean, he's a bit of an Omen specialist. Omen seeing a lot more popularity on Icebox these days.
Spike down A.
It's a reason for it. Both of the Omens going massive in that round. You've got to question Sushi Boy's positioning there. He's just sitting dry.
One enemy
I mean,
remaining.
I understand they're backing themselves in the setup. They were double yellow wanting to swing off Sushi Boy's contact, but they had double nanos on the spike as well. So on 40 HP, I kind of question him even being there and just not playing the post plant, but I don't know. Comes down very close that round. Fancy now flying up a lot of rifles. Twilight quite low at this point. Minlong just on a Sheriff. It's a full retake setup on this A site. A lot of space in middle taken by Fancy. As I mentioned before, they got this deep mid-trip. They love to just chuck this mid-trip down in middle. Bro, I can't even remember. It must have been like 2 or 3 years ago. Like, just think about that. They've been doing this same play for like 3 years now. They're still
If
doing
it ain't
it.
broke, don't fix it.
2 suppressed.
Fair bit of info there as well, gathered.
Yeah, Teo Jones spots out multiple players. It's going to allow Fancy to get the rotations in order. TP back across. There's so many players ready to flood this site though, Mitch. The Phoenix is here with the curveballs in hand.
Info gathered. Vera only with the Outlaw as well. You know, 35 seconds. They're still playing this hesitant. They're waiting for that toxic screen to go down. And my question is, when are they going to start to
30
get
seconds
moving?
left.
Twilight, no HP, but paranoia in hand. The pressure is building. Intense. Flaring gets another, but Bucute is here, and so is Minlong to try and swing. 20 seconds, Pilsky. They have to try and find this site. They have to try and find this plan, and it's the big man on the Teo who is in the position to try and swing and deny. Info not gathered, not picked up this time. Minlong goes down. Fisio, though, corresponds to try and clutch it out for the team. It's a 2 versus 2 as Bucute still alive, still kicking, but they're in an awkward line. They try to drop back here. There is no ultimates up here for Sushi Boys or flaring. A kill would maybe mean they get it. There it is. Sushi Boys has the lockdown if he chooses it. But Visio so low on HP. Flaring will swing in, and Motive, they still continue to hold on. A 6th round secured.
Slowly but surely working their way back into this game on attack. Fancy almost certainly broke after that round. We'll have to go back down to the Sheriffs. Took a lot out of them.
Planted.
Investment of the run it back as well, not something that they'll have on hand going forward. Neural theft. See just how much Fancy invested into that round and still did not get too much out of it. And look at what you've got from Motive. Going into the anti-eco here, Outlaw in hand, 4 ults ready to play with.
Revealing area.
Sprinkle them out as they want.
Yikes. Here.
Great over. It is obviously just the eco, but damage is damage, especially in moments like these when you've got to try and hold on to the best of your ability. Flaring getting another as well. Bukute narrowly missing the shot. Visio still alive, and Bukute's managed to actually connect onto one here as well. So they've done some relatively okay damage. 3 alives, not horrible for Motive, but at least Fancy have managed to keep them honest to a degree. 4 rounds the difference. Motive still have to just keep putting one foot in front of the other if they've got any hope of taking away Icebox here.
Attack timeout for Fancy. One off the Viper Roll. A lot of ults to consider here for Motive, not to mention the fact that they've just had a very clean anti-eco. So for Motive, there's multiple gun rounds in the back pocket back-to-back to continue taking more and more steps back into this game. As I mentioned before, they may have kind of been down and out early. Really struggling in the first half to get involved in this game, Motive. But like I said, they had an 11-1 attacking side against Sharper in their last game. You've already seen some really sick set plays out of them. That double top site fight on the Force Spy is a perfect example of it. They're doing double raid bosses with the Sheriff armor on pistol. They got all kinds of little tricks of their own despite playing a little bit more of a standardized comp than Fancy are. Let's see what Fancy come up with. Coach doing a lot of talking for the boys here. Let's see what their game plan will be.
Just trying to put some pep back into their step. As I said, a consistent looking Motive can certainly be a scary thing, but also just knowing that they have all of the pressure on them that they have to keep consistently winning these rounds, Motive. Hopefully it doesn't get back into their heads.
Motive, the world is their oyster. Gonna keep things pretty standard. Molly over the pipes there. From Sushi Boys nice and early on. Dark goes close. TP across. Fancy. I mean, this is just insanity, Mitch. They've got 4 players in mid right at the start of the round just to be able to set up the Cypher trip. This is craziness, mate.
Poison orb emitting.
Most important piece of utility on the map right now.
Poison's off.
Exactly,
And
just
it's
go
gone.
break it. That's what I'm saying. It takes 3 seconds. It's a trip in the open. Like, come on, man. Am I crazy?
I'm going crazy. The crazy
Like,
guy's
so
not even in
many
the server
fancy
here.
players here.
Ready for it. Vera's got a hell of a lot of pressure on himself again. Yeah, 4 members here. Paranoia does go out as they try to fight it back. The salvos go in. Vera gets one, but Yes I Can does trade him out. And now it's a little bit of a standstill again here for Motive. 40 seconds, and now the lockdown does go in. Are they going to do that to try and bait them into play, or are they going to try and take the side accordingly? They still
30
seem to
seconds
be
left.
a little hesitant here, Pilski.
Yes, I Can could dump a ult from Rafters if he wants to try to attempt this retake in that fashion.
Welcome to
Going
my
down
world.
under ropes. Attackers will dump their Viper ult first. Going to be very hard for Fancy to get back in now.
Don't get in my
Waits
way.
for the load. A double Viper's Pit, Komodo's absolute favorite. It's mean and green on towards this side. A big old lump of Viper. Twilight spotted out. Information gathered. Damage dealt as the decay continues to go into the bones of these players. Minlong trades, finding Wayne. 3-on-3 continues. Everyone's low. Everyone's stressing. Minlong gets another. Twilight drops him. It's all going to be on to Styron, who has to try and clutch this out exactly. It is going to be exactly what they need. They try to stick onto it. They've got the defusal. He doesn't connect, and he's found it. No way! The push from Twilight. He gets him.
Point.
And denial of service onto the Sova. My word, Fancy on map point.
How did Fancy win that retake, man? Like, they had that set play with the paranoia double salvos to try to catch Motive on the contact up maze. That doesn't really work out for them. Only goes 1 for 1. Lockdown creates a beautiful post plan for Motive. Like, that's just a set plan that works all the time. Lockdown into pit on that A site. You're usually good for a round there. But Fancy win an untenable retake. Like, what on earth is this from Yes I Can? He's putting an orb on a little edge on 410. Who else have you seen doing that? They've got 3 players in middle again. What am I watching?
Don't worry, they've got the Cypher trip. That's all that matters. And now they're in towards the side here. Motive, they'll need 5 clean to take this to overtime, let alone get the win condition. Information gathered already. They're looking to pop that paranoia down. Pilski quickly. The Salvo Sphera does get the catch, but he's tagged. Damage dealt. Coming left, right, and center, but it is all Motive. Looking good. Fisio lines them up with 2, but Styron will continue kicking. They live along with 3 alive. They try to break the economy of Fancy once more, but again, Motive will need 4 consistent.
They could do it, I believe. Really, really nice denial of this retake. The Teo missiles flying on in. You just never know how Fancy is going to be able to invest. A lot of this utility coming in for the retake, but Motive don't care. They play on site. They disrupt the screen's retake and they do not let Fancy back in. Breaking the money now of the defense. So Fancy stacking up on B long. So needs to make sure he doesn't stick around for too long or he is in trouble.
Yeah, this is awkward. They are ready for it though, in a way. And the second flaring gets any of that information. Oh no, back turn. Twilight gets one, but thankfully, Sushi Boys is going to pick him right up. And the ace has been denied.
I thought it was going to be the ace with Timmy the Turret throwing some hands in the mix.
Oh man, I just thought it could have gone so much worse.
I feel bad for flaring that. He just wanted to pad the stats a little bit. He just looks away at the worst timing. Yeah, either way, it's a pretty clean anti-eco there for Motive. 3 on the trot needed here, but they've got a lot of ults to contend with. Armageddon and the run it back going to be great on the retake for Fancy. And Motive just keeping things simple once again. It is going to be a start towards this A side of the map.
Scanning ahead.
I'm going to spin the narrative and say there's no way Fancy lose this, right?
There is a way. I really wouldn't be surprised. But I'm hoping they can lock it down. A little bit of A pressure. Sushi Boys gets dropped off. Creep back into middle now. From Motive. Trip.
No mid-trip, but they're looking for it.
There's no trip this time. Stickbug going looking for some info over on Gary. Only sees the Viper, which is really not much information for the defense. In fact, you can see the rotation off. They think that this is just a lurker. They're rotating much more heavily towards A, but out comes the drone. They're still reading this as Motive, like running a default or working that A control after Motive did take that A control earlier on. And actually, they're going to be right.
Oh
Motive are going to rotate back to A into a stacked A site, and once again, we're going to get fisticuffs over A with an Armageddon and a run it back on the retake. This is going to be chaos.
They're still not in the site, though. They're questioning themselves. You can see the ping. Already a little bit worried, but now they do pick the pieces back up. Cute. Not too far back from screens. This time Vera's got a little bit more control. The salvos go in. Flaring goes forward. That's a huge opening pick. Wayne taking Bucute, and this is much cleaner looking from Motive. This is the Motive that you expected earlier, Pilski. Confident, aggressive, taking that control. And now Minlong and Twilight just basically have to cruise on out and hope that they can save these weapons. Motive are going to find 10 here.
It's just a waste of a retake there. Like, Motive have played on site already twice. You cannot be losing picks from people peeking into screens like that. You need to either punish those players or you need to just execute your retake there. On the hunt is Motive now. They've got plenty of cash. They want to take every single rifle away from Fancy United here. Minlong cowering in the corner. Wayne's on the hunt. Can't quite convert it, but there's plenty more players where that came from. Finally, we'll trade him out. And Twilight gonna cook up something devious in the kitchen because that just wasn't it from Fancy United. Like, honestly, that retake really went amiss. They had both the run it back and the Armageddon. to be able to complete that A site retake. They've seen Motive playing on site before. They don't use any utility to be able to break some of those lines. They don't use any of the curveballs, and they don't kick off that double ult retake. Just a missed opportunity.
Ready. Scanning ahead.
Really aggressive here, Pilski. Fancy want a good opportunity to try and deny, but they're much more ready for it this time, Motive. Styron picks up 2. Minlong watching Crow, so's Bucute having a little bit of a further look, but it looks like this round has very much been thrown out the window. They've lost that weapon that they've managed to hold on to, and making sure that cash is enough to line their pockets into the next. But look at this, Motive not overstepping at all. They're just waiting for the ultimate moment to kind of come through, and we'll pause. Yes, I can. Does find his shot. Styron's taking some serious damage. Bucute's found another. Pilski, I will go insane if this happens right now, but thankfully, Styron will not. The shoulders relax, and we go all the way to 24.
Was this a fake comeback? That's the question. Still plenty of tools for Fancy to be able to use on this retake, but they need to bloody use the fake.
One enemy remaining.
They can't lose the Viper to put up the wall and the Phoenix before they've even attempted anything this time around. They need to make sure that they've got all their ducks in a row before they're kicking off. Motive just playing this one by the numbers, slowly working this game on attack has worked beautifully for them. Double op purchase. Wayne over on A, Vera over on B, looking for opening kills here. Orb thrown into middle. Got a fair bit of Cypher util on this A site this time around. Has been the point of contest more often than not where Motive will end these rounds. Ops still looking for a pick, but Fancy giving them nothing. This is such a cheeky little trap, man. Just Cypher Cam on a sliver of an off angle with an Omen sitting with a Paranoia ready to go. As soon as anyone peeks into that Cypher Cam, that's Paranoia, like run it back, and you got a Phoenix running at you like a madman. Oh, it's gonna work as well. Look at this Motive. Going back to A. This could be very dangerous for the attackers if they don't play their cards right here.
This is crazy.
Teo's close enough to Armageddon as well, bro.
Yeah. Great nano to at least force Twilight out into the open, but he's still alive. That's a missed shot. It's 25 seconds. Utility now starts to come out. Physio finds the opening. They're onto the side. The Armageddon's there. Twilight finds another Styron. Able to find one, but they're trading it out. It's Vera who does the damage. But yes, I can. They've got enough time to find the spike plant here. Yes, I can needs to be the hero, the lord, the savior. 1v2 in the clutch. The dark cover will give a little bit of additional spacing here as Yes I Can has so many angles to clear, and Vera, oh no, he hasn't found the right timing, but he does in the end. It's not a fake comeback for now. It's an overtime, baby, and Motive are doing the right things.
Mitch, I'm going to tear my hair out, mate. You cute. Guys with the run it back after holding it for like 4 rounds over there on screens. He's dead right there. That could have been a flood with the Armageddon and a Phoenix ult. I'm not sure it would have changed anything, but it could have. You know, having an extra life on your Phoenix. I just cannot believe that. That could have been the game right there, no? Or am I crazy?
You're not crazy.
That's a kind of a good ult, no? I'm thinking we should have used that one, maybe. Oh, man, Fancy. They had so many map points, and they've let them slip through their fingers. Motive back onto the defense now. Feeling quite comfortable. Taking Icebox away. All of the hard work being undone here. Cam established once again. We're setting up a wall of trips in various random positions. Very passive opening to this round from Fancy United yet again. No op for Motive.
Has Cypher ever been better on Icebox?
Nah, man. This is very good. This is a very good agent. I love Fancy United.
I love you, Hat Man.
be happening. Turret. Orb goes up. That seems to be their default. Hold every angle, clear the turret at 50 seconds, and then do something.
No info from the Algrone either. Starved.
They're just trusting this A stack, and they'll be correct. This contact into main is going
30
to get
seconds
torn
left.
apart by a triple high-low.
Oh, the Styron get away with anything, though. That's going to be so awkward. The curveball out. Yes, I can.
One
Finds the
enemy
opener.
remaining.
Vera, Styron. There he is, the hero. Minlong can't pick it up for the rest of the team. And Motive have taken the lead for the first time
Switching
in this
sides.
map in round
Match point.
25.
You can't just do that again into Motive. Like, this might be the best team in the competition. We're doing the
One
same
enemy
round where we
remaining.
just sit for 55 seconds, shoot the turret, and then try to dry contact A main. Like, Motive isn't going to have an answer for that. Like, honestly, that's a little disrespectful to Motive, if anything. Thinking that is going to work. Timeout now for Fancy. Back onto the defense for themselves. They have had some set plans. They've had some very nice plays, but now that it comes down to trying to figure things out on the fly, trying to adapt a little bit, that's where Motive is by far and away been the better team. When Fancy's preset routines and drills don't work for them, there's that preset round on attack, that A main trap, that was disrupted by Sushi Boys going, oh, well, what if I throw a nano at Gen? Does that mean you guys are cooked? You know, that's where things are not going as well for Fancy United, unfortunately.
Yeah, man, and look, in this position, you know, what do you even say here? You know, you need the one round to make it all go again. But at this point in time, it very much looks like Motive should be turning the tides and taking us straight to Haven, which is a very comfortable map for Motive, as we know.
Yeah, they should be feeling very comfortable, very confident at this point. They were working them on the attacking side. Motive well and truly in the driver's seat. Here we go. 15 people invested in middle to throw the trip.
Trip. The trip's down.
The trip's
Fire
down.
poison's off.
Get out, boys. Get out of middle. They are sitting around for a trap off the back of it. Seeing if Motive is going to go and break it. I feel like that's the thing, right? They're waiting for someone to get so worried about the trip that when they go to break it, they just hit them with a paranoia and just destroy them. Motive is not interested though. Lurk up B long here from Styron. The rest of Motive walking dry into A here. I dare say they're just going to play on side again and disrupt the retake.
This could be the round one if they do it right. You know, they're straight in position. Vera's already got the information. Yes, I can. Forced away from screens. This is going to be the first time that I think Fancy actually have to undertake a full 5-on-5 retake.
I mean, they have before, but then they lose players before they even attempt it. Vera and Wayne in disruptive positions here. Retake being prepped by Fancy United. Ready to go this time around. Now comes the Phoenix ball. We need to see some curveballs in stat.
Ready to rock and roll. Wayne's trying to get out of there. Back towards the ropes here. Now Sushi Boy is going to be the first to go down. Twilight, great damage, great shots. But they set up well into this post plan here. Some information on towards Yes I Can, but they start to defuse. What's the line looking like? They've already got it to half. They're sticking it, Pilski. They're sticking it. It's been denied. The snake bite does make it work, but it's Vera in the clutch. They can't do anything. They can't get onto it. Do they have the time? I think they do. And we go again.
Get in my way.
I thought Motive was going to play on side again. Worked
Switching
much better for them
sides.
this time around. You saw the
Overtime.
big use of them from Fancy, though. I think if they sat on the side, they would have got caught by a lot of that. Fancy were actually able to get their retake off before getting disrupted. Motive felt like they could have won that round in the post. They don't have as good of a comp for the post, though, is the thing.
This goes
Doesn't
here.
quite work out for them, although it comes down very tight. I mean, woulda, shoulda, coulda. We go again. Motive back on the defense here.
Ah, this is a nice spot.
Straight into middle, TP top two.
This-
Fancy loves to go for this one. Break that turret. So funny, they love to just default into middle for a second, give it a little tickle, but they never really get active lurking up mid very much. This would be a great round to do it. They just haven't really done it in regulation, so I really like the fact that, oh no, that's unfortunate. I mean, yes I can. You could tell he was sticking around. He wanted to go for a little bit of a lurk, and he may still do so. While the rest of Fancy creep into A. Contacting up Maze, though, has really gotten them ripped apart a couple of times here. We'll see if they go for it again.
Enemy down.
Great timing from Flaring. But Fissio's already opened up towards the side of A, and now it's starting to get a little bit more awkward. They still want to take this fight here. You know, Vera, once they get activated, he wants to join Styron in trying to find some of these fights, but as the salvos make it awkward, the curveball goes through. QQ into position. Flaring gets 1 and 2, but there's Vera to open up. It's all going to be on to Sushi Boys to try and clutch this one out as Fissio inside the cyber case immediately. You're exactly right. He should be able to get that information immediately, and now as it comes on out, he needs to try and ping it. He fires the warning shot. And now as he goes up high in towards the position, Sushi Boys isn't going to find it, and Fancy have somehow, someway taken the lead. It's Fissio with the 3K.
That's great adaptation from Fancy. I love that they leave Yes I Can behind that round. I love that they invest in util rather than go dry on Maze, something that hasn't worked for them. Both curveballs and a hail of Teo utility thrown to try to contest Maze there, recognizing that Motive has been playing forward many rounds in a row. Puts Fissio into a 1v1 that he can win with the help of the neural depth. Gorgeous. Here we go, Fancy. Once again, let's go. Get in mid, guys. Get that trip down. And get the hell out.
Boy toxin screen down.
Make it happen, make it work.
Poison's off.
It's down. Get
What do we
out.
see?
Cover going out.
It's just the same thing. It's like Groundhog Day.
They've left B
Both
open
teams.
like every round. Oh, there we go with the nano. Yo, Sushi Boy's nanos have like, he's literally been like, reading exactly what Fancy's doing. Is like, let me put this 200 piece of utility to work right now. $200 piece of util. Chuck it on Jen. Get rid of the trip. So much value from the nano swarm here. Drone going forward.
Drone is
There's
down.
the info.
That's a lot of info.
And they're still sitting there. They're still making their way through Maze to try and get on towards this site, and I think they'll be afforded it this time. Open plant, but we've seen that fail before. 5 members of Fancy ready to rock and roll.
Motive might play on site this time. Playing off site didn't work well for them. Look at how many players are ready to fight screens and rafters.
My God. Salvo's out already, but it's just an absolute massacre, isn't it? It's going to have to be Fissio and Bucute to try and make something work. Fissio's already done so much for this team, but Bucute picking up the pieces a little bit more here. Vera goes down. Oh my God. No way. It's only the one. This is all they need. They need to just fight the frame. They've done it. Bucute, the Phoenix on Icebox is the best thing I've ever seen. As Fancy find 15. I feel like we've just casted a major or champs or something, but that was one of the most unique maps of Valorant I've ever casted. And you could just see Kawa.
So, look, they're cutting their teeth on different kinds of opposition here on Haven. Definitely feeling more confident for Motive if you're looking at those kind of things. But I'd love for Fancy United to once again defy the odds.
So we can hope for here, Pilski. Map number 2. Fancy up against Motive. Really into the meat and potatoes here. Day number 6 of Split 3. ChallengersSEA. Soup Live / Valorant EN. All the action here.
And Fancy gonna go for a little bit of a mid-push. Paranoia being prepped. Doesn't look like they're gonna get any action. Quick pacing straight towards this A site as Fissio tries to tuck his heels in.
Looking for some info. Hat spotted. And it looks like there's a gentle rotation over, but no full pressure just yet.
A little bit of an A shove. The nice info over to the defense. Pulls a rotation from the Neon. Gate crash towards the spawn side. So rotation's a little out of position. It will have to be a retake attempt here for Fancy. Good news for them is, though, this Neon Yoru comp is very good at these flood retakes. But once again, it's a fake. Motive just going to drop off Vera inside of the site. They keep pushing and pulling these rotations elsewhere. Sushi Boys has been dropped off inside of Sewer.
They're ready for it too. Minlong's going to be able to find that opening, so that's a massive pick onto Vera, who definitely thought he had some sort of catch here.
Oh dear.
And now they're just confused. 45 seconds, no spacing. They have to break the trip and try to make their way onto A.
This could be a little bit of overcooked. Fancy in positions to be able to flood. Trip has been run into, but not capitalized off of. And Fissio gets a little greedy there.
They're fighting
30
it.
seconds left.
Styron finding that opening. Minlong picking up a second in the round for himself. Bucute getting into space, but Flaring's absolutely ready for it. It's still awkward. 20 seconds yet to get this spike planted, but yes, I can on the flank. He could have a huge position here. They've got them off as well. The delay, it's massive. Yes, I can. Finds the shot. The paranoia comes out. 13 seconds, no time. They push
10
into
seconds
spawn.
left.
Sushi Boy's
Last
getting
player
another, but
standing.
Minlong in the sight position. Wayne finds another. It has to be the clutch. It has to be the denial. But the overcook occurs, and Motive somehow find that round.
Keep your focus.
Oh my god. Fancy are going to be kicking themselves, mate. Bucute stuns his teammate inside a spawn. There was so many different ways they could have won that round. Paranoia catches the player close spawn.
No more.
Vera dies for free here. I love how Sushi Boys gets paranoid on spawn here. And look how he reacts. He just charges into spawn. Oh, we're going to skip it. That's fine. Didn't catch it on the obs. Minlong left it in an untenable position. Oh my god, now the C-long push. Hold on.
Action is coming.
Hello.
All the information gathered, they're going to fight it. Wayne finds one, Styron another. They're all tucked in the cubby. They're just going to walk straight in.
You can
And look,
finally let go.
classics, right? Yes, I can gets one, but Motive definitely was hoping to bring that one forward. So they're going to have a pretty healthy looking bonus here, Pilski. Guardian, Vandal, Outlaw.
It's looking good for Motive as expected. But couldn't quite find the timing that they were looking for, unfortunately. Onto the rifle round, though. Both teams having a little bit of a look into A here, Mitch.
Quick action once more, hey. It wouldn't be a map like this if it wasn't Minlong finding the opening onto Vera. Now Twilight trying to get into position, but Flaring has got all the space here. Denial with the aftershock, and that's basically frozen them up here. Styron finds another. Yes, I can though with one, two, make it three. No. Flaring somehow with that confidence, they turn around. Fissio's in the clutch. Fissio's in the clutch. And he will connect.
I always play.
Collects the bag. Snapping necks, cashing checks.
I have money.
Fancy on the board.
Unfortunately, the check is bouncing. Fancy are bloody broke, mate. Lost
enemy
everything but
remaining.
one rifle against the bonus
Spike
round
down
there. Took
A.
way more damage than they would have wanted to. It's Yes I Can at Physio. The OGs of Fancy United combining to do most of the work there.
This goes here. Yes.
Vera
this should do.
immediately pulling the Outlaw out,
That
seeing how
goes
many
there.
rifles have gone down. He's licking his lips at the prospect of some free kills here. With one click of the mouse. Once again, A control coming out. Dart dealt with by Physio. Mid-walk here for Fancy. Looking for some aggression, but denied by the cage of Sushi Boys, who will just play hands off the keyboard and mouse. Allow Fancy to control grass. Styron not seeing anything on the C side of the map. It's an opener for Bucute. Deal to Vera over on A long there. Sakan's got in a very cheeky position, bottom side of grass here, may go unchecked.
No more
Such an
meddling.
awkward clear here, but Sushi Boys doesn't look for it. Flaring does get the trade back out, so at least they're still holding on to the advantage here. Fancy very much ahead of the curve as they now have Motive creep all the way around. Styron's made the call that they've got C.
30 seconds left.
That's up to Hunter's Fury as well. Throwing one off of the ult here, he's going to get the plant as well, so that will be a rolling thunder that Fancy may not consider. That could deny this retake attempt. Fancy very far out of position here. Physio is still on A. You got to get a move on, mate. We got a retake to conduct.
Are they going to wait for him as well? Looks like they will. Dark Cover's going to keep them at bay. Now just trying to sort of bait out some form of information. The fake out is all the way on towards the site, but Wayne, he's holding true. Back from the cubby, the paranoia is going to get absolutely everyone, but Bucute does manage to open up. Hunter's Fury comes out, but he doesn't get a chance to pop that rolling thunder, so it's all on a Styron. 1 versus 3. They are going to get on towards the line, but I think it's going to be a little bit too much for him to bite off here. Fancy with a massive round to win. You know, you would have thought there was no way they were going to be able to reconvene on that retake so quickly, but they win it out with 3 alive.
I'm quite somewhat surprised by Motive there. I thought that they were going to invest the Paranoia Hunter's Fury over on spawn side. And, sorry, the Paranoia Rolling Thunder over on spawn side. And then there was going to be the Hunter's Fury enough to lock out the round. Instead, it's Paranoia Hunter's Fury, the breach with the Rolling Thunder in the kit, left alive on the site. Doesn't really get too much done. So, I don't know. I would have sequenced the ults differently, personally, but Motive, you know, I can see a method of madness. They now do have the Rolling Thunder coming into this round at least. Half buy on the cards. Once again, a little bit of A lobby control. Motive sticking to this 1-1-3, and Fancy, once again, going for a little bit of a mid-walk, trying to catch that grass defaulter. Creeping out.
Cover going out.
Windows smoke refreshed by Fancy. Trying to make Motive concerned that they may be sticking around a little bit longer in mid than they may anticipate. Gate crash being thrown over towards the C side of the map. So Fancy quite happy to keep this A lean for now as the drone comes in.
Info gathered. Looks like we're going to stack up on towards the site now. Vera, a couple of warning shots. Doesn't quite connect though. Yes, I can. Coming over with the From the Shadow straight in towards the dark cover. 40 seconds. They're starting to pull away here, Pilski. Not interested. Just leaving Vera to see if he can find anything.
Go, go, go!
Yeah, Motive need to get a wriggle on. Gonna go meet up with
30
Sushi
seconds
Boys
left.
inside a B. Yes, I can. Well aware that this space is compromised.
We're going to get that spike planted now as well.
Spike planted.
They're already ready to sort of rock and roll here. It sounds like Yuku's ready to get aggressive. Paranoia trades now go back and forth. Minlong straight into that dark cover, but he's not going to walk all the way through. Wayne actually tagging them up. If he gets any frag here, I'd be so surprised, but it is going to be Bucute. Now getting the fast lane down, flaring with the Rolling Thunder. This is the ultimate that didn't go off in the previous round, Pilski. And he's not going to connect onto the damage, still running around. There's the ultimate, it's going to go off. It's going to deny that defuse. They've still got time though. Doesn't quite get the shot. Flaring still doing damage, so is Styron. They're running out of time here, Fancy. They're running out of time. But Fisio, he might be able to hold on to it if he can deny, if he can hold on. It's going to be Fancy to connect. Another round, and that was pure perfection from Yes I Can.
Fisio and Yes I Can again closing out another mid to late round. These experienced Vietnamese players, been there, done that. Been kicking around APAC for many years at this point. Worth mentioning though for Motive, that was only a half buy, and that gets very expensive for Fancy. Motive is really putting them through their paces. You can see the effects of that on the defense side economy here. Overdrive ready to go. And once again,
Revealing
like
area.
just can continue running these 1-1-3s. Fancy quite happy to trust Fisio to continue playing that A site by himself, and here's the mid wall from Fancy.
Looking for a fight.
There.
Seeing what they can connect with. Great shot from Sushi Boys. Yuku down immediately. Vera getting another as well. Minlong down, so the pressure does start to amount. This is the thing about Haven. When you don't have those players to control the space, it gets awkward. They fall away. Looks like Site C is the approach for Motive. We'll have to see.
This is once again a perfect example of Fancy just running the same things over and over again and being punished for it. A little bit too stubborn in their approach. Motive, there's a reason why they are right on top of the region here in ChallengersSEA.
Deploying drone.
Very adaptable. And once again, reading Fancy like a book.
Save this one, hey?
Fancy. Yeah, they might just save, man. Like, they just don't have the money to be replacing this. Look into the next round, though. Hunter's Fury, Overdrive. Once again, we've seen that comboed on the retake in this very map. In literally just the last series, it can be a really, really good combo to complete some of these retakes here on defense.
Just using this time to talk it out and see what the next round approach is.
Yeah.
Because this is still a pretty decent start, you know. Attacker-sided map, you would say. So Fancy.
Yeah. Shadows traveling.
3-3, not exactly a horrible position, but I guess Motive does get a real opportunity to re-establish their economy here, eh?
For sure, that's why they're not going on the hunt. Both teams are very broke. No one wants to lose these additional rifles. Fancy wants to go for this buy into the next. Maybe invest the overdrive. Over on the side of Motive, they want to build that economy. Tac timeout going to be coming in from Fancy. Had a good streak of rounds there, but just let that last one slip through their fingers. Need to see them pivot away from this mid walk. They've tried to do it multiple times. Like Motive has been running that A lobby control. So I think for Fancy, like, obvious responses are they going to address... I mean, the question really is, are they going to address this A lobby control that Motive's been running time and time again head on? Or are they going to let Motive continue to have that and just change how they adapt on the fly here? Also have to keep in mind that they want to try to get into one of these post plants. Like, this Yoru Neon comp is so good at completing these retakes. Can cut the side up with the fast lane, throw the flashes through it, and you can just cause absolute chaos. Can be very difficult to defend, but you throw on top of that the Hunter's Fury Overdrive into the equation, and you've got a really good chance at completing one of these retakes if you play your cards right. So definitely want to be staying alive into the late round and playing your cards right here if you're Fancy United.
Gotta go.
Motive looking for that C pick. Orb does get picked
I'm
up.
out of here.
Orb once again from GQ. Does deal with the cam down grass, but not too much more apart from that. Very surprised that they just stick to that same setup. Like, they're once again just leaving Fisio solo on that A site. And they did have the mid trap ready with the Omen inside a garage.
It's just still so crazy to me how stock standard, you know, this map is compared to what we saw on Icebox, but it looks like there may very well be some action here. They are trying to make their way out, garage through the door, but as soon as that info is gathered off the back of the Aldrone, they pull out. Not happy to go in for it just yet.
I have the spike.
Wayne given the spike, wants to try to go for one of these suicide plants.
Shadows
See
traveling.
Fancy ready to flood this
Cover
side
going
before it
out.
even kicks off.
No.
Relay Bolt does give them some
Spike
additional
down.
time. Twilight actually managing to get the opening
30
there.
seconds left.
Fake out sort of stops them as well a little bit. They've only got 25 seconds to try and pull this rotate. And obviously, we've still got the utility from Fisio here.
Yeah, Trips are on the site. He's going to play backside and try to hold here. Duelists are flooding in.
Here we go!
Now getting that utility out. Ultimate through. Vera slides his way in. He's able to actually find two here. Massive. Vera looking good
One
so
enemy
far, but
remaining.
Fisio can
5
deny
seconds.
for a little bit
Spike
longer.
down A.
Minlong drops the spike and exactly right. All they have to do is live. And that is exactly what they'll do. Fisio a little bit scrappy, but he'll reconnect. And that is going to be Fancy picking up another one. Oh man, this game, I can't quite put my finger on it.
I think they're just playing in the links with both duelists, knowing that they can flood these sites. Like, they immediately flood B before Motive even kicks off that B execute. They try to jump the spike over the Omen, go for the suicide plant, but he just gets his head ripped off by Twilight. Immediate timeout for Motive. Honestly, that A flood wouldn't even look as competitive if Vera doesn't snap two people's heads off. Like, honestly, Motive should have got absolutely slapped there. You had Fisio backside, you had both of the duelists, the Yoru and the Neon flooding through spawn side, and then Minlong ripping the Hunter's Fury from downtown. They should have got destroyed there if Vera hadn't fired back a couple of really nice shots, including just ripping the head off of Buke, sliding in with the overdrive. Motive, we'll see how they change things up. Have been quite slow on this attacking side. Will be good to start to see some pace changes here.
Lots to think about, man. Plenty of conversations that need to be had. It's a similar face that we saw on the opening map of Icebox when Fancy were up 7-1.
I mean, this... Now you think Fancy just completely leave... Oh, never mind. You are going to get the trips over there. So the cam's been left behind on C for a retake. Only's playing top of C site here for Fancy.
Revealing
Again,
area.
we've got both of the duelists in mid with the mid window smoke. A nice deep trip into sewer this time from Fisio. He's not really playing off of it though. But that will at least make allow the defense to know that no one's crept up close. Once again, you can see Fancy prepping that mid trap and just walking straight down grass when there's no contact.
It's crazy. Having the confidence to do this with so much skin in the game. They're just going to wait for that ultimate push-up, though. The rotation does come through here. I mean, BQ already in space. Fissio trying to get that information. Relay bolt goes out. Is he going to be able to slip the net here? Yeah, BQ finds Vera. That's a massive opening. It's completely pulled the rotation now. Pilski Sushi Boys has found some control on C. What's going to happen?
Scatter.
TP. Open plant here. Yes, I can potentially deny this. Hold on, Wayne. He's got no idea. The can's be left behind as well. Sushi Boy is able to find one in the leaks and rip the ult, but this is getting messy for Motive.
Oh, BQ doesn't want to get slowed down by the cyber cage at all. Instead, he'll find his third. Now Styron all the way down C long. Again, it's another one of those rounds where all they need to do is live. They just can't give Styron the 1v3. They've got information off the spy cam. He just has to sit still. He can't do anything. They're going to have no money after this as well. And instead, it's BQ. He was playing Phoenix on Icebox. And now he's popping the hell off on the Neon here on Haven. He clutched the final round as well on Icebox, if you all remember.
What a round from him. Vera getting isolated on the entry there. Trying to keep himself alive with the fast lane. Beautiful positioning from Yes I Can. Denying that pivot back across to C. Like Sushi Boys thought it was completely given up. And then BQ deals with the rest. Big 4K on the Neon here. Doubles his kills for the game. Motive back down onto another half buy with the Stingers.
I'm out of here.
Now the half buy pretty bold, but we've seen it one before. And again, the spacing, they find their way down mid. Sushi Boys. Oh, that's the net.
Icebox.
He's taken.
The same thing over and over again. They got 4 people in mid every round, and they're just playing retake 8.
And it works out.
I mean, at what point does Motive start to cotton on a little bit? Like, it's hard to adapt on the fly when you're not used to playing against it.
Oh, no.
Hold on. Oh, no.
Yeah, this is where it all can potentially fall apart, right? Twilight trying to get on towards that site. The relay bolt not quite connecting, so he does get the opening shot. What do you even do there? Beautiful stuff there from Twilight, tapping heads. That's what you want to see from your double duelist there. The Yoru's been relatively quiet, but
yeah,
he's living in the Twilight here.
I mean, I said BQ doubled his kills. Twilight just quadrupled his kills. He had 1. Just cleanly snapping 3 heads on like it's nothing. Dimensional picked up off the back of that.
Oh, so
Very
falling apart
shooting
as well off that. Yes, I can stumble, you know.
Yeah, for sure. Look, don't worry. Yes, I can. May have stumbled, may have fumbled, but Twilight's ready to sweep him up in his arms. Got to support the homies.
That's it.
That aim
Never know when your boys may need a cuddle.
Yeah. Or a kiss, you know. We don't discriminate. Look at this high-low on C, though. Omen and Lasova ready to get involved. They will fall away, head back towards Garage now. Motive creeping out towards C long. Do have the Hunter's Fury to play into this one. Cam dealt with. They only showed the Cypher intentionally there, trying to make it look like the Lurk, and now the rest of Motive creep up into the site.
Minlong in a really awkward position. He was going to get caught by the fault line there anyway. Twilight does actually manage to get one back. Might be a good opportunity to use the Dimensional Drift here on low HP. Spike will be planted.
Spike planted.
Nice open plant. Both the Neon and the Yoru alive. Almost certainly is going to be the Dimensional Drift to kick off the retake. In it goes.
What information will he find? He's actually straight out. He's looking to pop out of it immediately. But Wayne is ASO ready for that. They do enough to fake it out. Buku gets the trade, but now Fissio has to be the hero as well for the team. And he will try to do exactly that again. Styron, Hunter's Fury. All he needs to do is buy some additional time. Cam available, pops it up the other side. He knows he can just bait out this ultimate. Gets to half. That's actually massive. If he still continues to hold it, he's holding. He's holding. Oh, no way. He might be able to tap it. He might be able to just do enough. Styron has to peek out, but he's got no time.
Well played.
0.66.
Difference there. Look, courtesy of Motive just having a sick contact timing there. Drone never needs to get used from Styron. Problem is they have no economy behind that, so that's taken absolutely everything from them to win that round. Very clever play from Motive, though, it has to be said. Sushi Boys facing the cam alone. after they start with the A control, denied the info to the Cypher. They try to make it look like they're working that A control. Walk back to C long. Only show the Cypher. And then just contact all the way up. Completely catches Minlong with his pants out.
Might be a real opportunity back in here for Motive, but look at the early fight coming in again. Viewcute tries to swing around, but does get punished. A little neon on neon action as the damage is dealt. Styron finding another. Yes, I Can taking
Spike
damage.
down
Minlong
A.
gets drive-by'd, and now Yes, I Can has to just kind of pick up the pieces, but 33 points of HP, only a Guardian. You know, there's not really a hell of a lot he can do. It has to be Fisio. And he's left all of his utility around. He's going to start to rotate in. It looks like they actually want to go walkabout and try fight this. They know there's a Vandal there, but this is just so bold and brazen. Walking on in. He's made some audio. They're going to walk straight into this crossfire. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be tough. 3 there. What do you even do? That is immaculate from Motive.
Such
Last
discipline
round
being
before the
shown
switch.
there from Motive. You love to see it. Almost a little unlucky there for Fancy, though. Vera got caught full stun behind the bricks and just RNG's Viewcute in the head.
Yes,
I thought that the Neon duel was going to go the way of Fancy, and then things were going to go quite well for them. They had a nice little A trap set up there, but unfortunately, as soon as Vera wins that duel off the back of the RNG on Brick side, I feel like it was kind of a domino effect from there. Things just continued to fall apart from Fancy, and it all went the way of Motive. Attack timeout from Fancy. Coach is getting active. Coach is getting animated. And I can see why. Fancy coming up from promo. Rello playing one of the very best in the league here, but this looks like anything but a one-sided game. Anything but the whitewash that was expected on paper. Fancy have showed up here to play and are looking very competitive.
A very, very tight game. You can't really sort of put a finger on who is in control. You know, Fancy were looking pretty good, but the second they start to lose a couple rounds, I start to sweat for them a little bit, right? You know, they're looking for a serious opportunity to take down the top seed in this competition in a 2-0 fashion after coming in through relegations. You know, out of the absolute woodwork, they're 0-2 down, bottom of Group A. It would be an unholy feat here.
Cypher starting towards A here for Motive. Once again, going for this contact approach. Straight up towards C. Trip dealt with by Twilight, taking all of this A space, all of this A lobby control. Rotations coming in thick and fast from Fancy straight across the site. They know that they're going to have to play retake. Fisio is just trying to hold on to garage control. Viewcute wants to rip that overdrive and kick off that retake.
I feel like it's going to be a bit of a brawl. Looks like they want to go in somewhat quick, and they absolutely will. Fake out goes through, and they've got the utility to try and hold this back. It is going to be the Rolling Thunder to come out from flaring the second they call it. There it is. Forces them back in towards CT. Does get a catch of a couple, but Vera is here. He's going to be able to pick up 2 of those that were caught by the ultimate, and this round is absolutely falling apart. Twilight would have to go nuclear. Same with Yes I Can. He does get 2, but Wayne is there. And now all on the Yes I Can. Should be able to find one more, but no, it's denied. And that is Motive putting one foot in front of the other. They hold true, and they manage to bring this one up to 6-6. Pilski, I got no idea where this one's going to go, and you guys are going to have to wait till after the half to find out.
One enemy
Is the scoreline, and anything can happen from here.
Fancy looking to clear the trip right off the rip. Triple peek from the rest of the pistolers.
Here.
No trip on close. It will be actually on default with the cam on high. As Fancy prep this site execute. Yeah, maybe feeling a little dissuaded actually. Not liking how that round started out. See, Motive was well and truly ready for the flood. Multiple players backside of garage flaring. Well and truly in position with a full kit of util to offer. Fancy turn their attention elsewhere. Another shock dart that attempts to clear a trip that was not placed in garage. So neither of those shockies getting much value for Fancy at the end of the day.
Not sure if Sushi Boys was spotted in the back there, but Fancy Fancy start to pick up the pace here. Fisio has to try and hightail it out of there. Actually does manage to walk away with a single kill somehow, some way, and Buki's picked up another in the process. Sushi Boys doesn't quite get cleared out, but Vera's low on HP, and that's going to be Fancy picking up the pistol in a relatively simple fashion there, but it all starts with the big double dink headshot thingo from Fisio.
What was that,
7 on the
bro?
board.
They weren't looking for him. They weren't fishing. They did not look like what they found. Found a bloody barracuda at the end of the line. Things bit back like crazy. Just a double dink on the fadeaway with the ghost from Fisio was unbelievable. Because, like, it felt like Motive did everything right there. They pushed him off the line, caught him full pants down with the relay bolt. But still not good enough, and Fancy crumbles the sight hold over on C. Shocky to clear the trip once again. Motive with weaker weaponry do have a bit of Zig stack here.
Getting info early. It's actually Ninlong to find that one, but it's where it always starts to get a little bit dicey. The damage has been dealt, and that's Yes I Can on 1 HP. Reminder that the classic is free. Don't have to pay any money for that one. Just get given it automatically at the start of each round. Pretty incredible.
What is this Marshall? This is crazy. What are we looking through? We're looking through the head of some kind of ancient god. Staring to the eyes of Cthulhu or something. I don't know, bro. Yes I Can's been ferried to Ghost, though. He will be playing the late lurk. Plant going down on A. Motive was stuck on C. Do have a Stinger and a Bulldog ready to go. Not much util except for the... Oh, actually, you know what? Full util on the breach, and the Sova's got a fair bit as well.
This is crazy.
Kick off.
Careful now.
I can't really work out what's going to be happening. Flaring's found one. Marshall is a horrible weapon for the post plant. Cyber Cage goes up. The timer is ticking. That's the only sort of benefactor here. But eyes are going to be on to Minlong. Is he going to be able to hold on as the damage starts to get dealt? They're flashing in towards the corner. Nothing connected. Minlong has to be the one to do it. And I think it's okay.
It costed them everything. Oh, 4.5! 0.5, bro. If anything else had gone right for Fancy, if Yes I Can have gotten any damage on the lurk, if Fisio had hit a single shot with the Marshall, could have been a different
look
story.
how low Wayne was. Ay.
This is giving me bad memories. Thinking
Oh
back
my
to,
goodness.
Ascension, this last second defuse last year.
Yep. Still one of the
missing
most
defuse,
incredible moments I think I've ever seen in like esports in my whole career.
Yeah. We're talking about Fancy United's Icebox, right?
100%. Glad to see that we're on the same page.
Yeah. Just had to clarify. We've walked into garage here. Trip is deep inside a window. Boys playing off the back of that. Dealt with by Twilight.
Portal closed.
He's really been put through the hard yards just to go and clear the Cypher trip. The whole squadron. Fancy loves playing around these trips, man. They deployed the whole squadron to drop off the trip in mid on Icebox. This time they're sending all the boys to clear one trip in Gary. I love the dedication. You know, they know what they want in life.
Wayne's got a lot of control here. And I don't think Fisio's going to be looking that way. Nor will Minlong. So that's one for free. And you always start to think, you question how these rounds could potentially go with the Sheriffs. But the second you start to see a member go down, it's always denial potential. But Styron has to be alone now. Hang on a second. It's going to be a 2-on-2 somehow. It was a 3-on-5. And now they've got weapons here, Pilski. It's going to be a Vandal picked up for Yes I Can and a Phantom as well for Twilight. Up in the high heavens. Wayne up close. Does hit the opening shot, but there's the damage to Twilight up in heaven. Hits him out of the sky. And Twilight. It ain't just a book about some sort of white man and a beautiful lady. It's a story of Fancy United in their 8 and 7.
Oh, man. Unreal clutch there. Back-to-back 50s. This game is an absolute mess.
Last player standing.
See
One
Twilight
enemy
with my older
remaining.
brother when it came out.
Steve.
We were thinking to ourselves,
Time to jump.
knowing nothing about the book series, man, we love horror. Vampire movie sounds dope.
Oi, oi, oi.
A lobby contest. Both teams puffing up their chests, but not a lot happens. They both walk away. We're a little bit lighter on the util. Fancy. Gonna troop off the side of that A long swing to kick off this A execute. Doors open. Walk straight in. Nice easy plant. Established a couple of players already on the
My
retake
ult is
there.
ready.
Cage has been deployed over onto spawn side. They've got the Hunter's Fury to deny the retake attempt here. Twilight, if he gets one, he's got a dimensional drift.
Oh my god. And they're spending so much to try and get rid of him, aren't they, as well? Which way does Vera come around his corner? They're still so hesitant. They're buying so much time. The
got
damage
it.
has already been done by Twilight. This Yoru is just being absolute thorn in the side. And now as they try to jump out of heaven, the damage is being dealt. They are melting in the pot here. Motive. That was such a key round. Some might say it would swing. And the money, well, it's interesting here for Motive now.
It's cooked. It's cooked in the pot. You said it yourself. Timeout for Motive. Bill's not happy about that one. They couldn't even get out of the chokes, mate.
One enemy remaining.
Not a single player even made it into the site. Sushi Boy's put one of his little boots on the site and got blasted. Fancy. Big ults in the back pocket. Hella money. They are on the verge of 2-0ing Motive here in the groups of ChallengersSEA. A team that has already won ChallengersSEA here. They are leading on points to qualify for Ascension. But what do you know about little plastic stools and iced coffee, my friend? Vietnamese Valor is something else, bro.
Absolutely. It's all that sugar. That condensed milk, the sweetened good stuff. Oh, man. So, an interesting decision ahead of Motive here. What do they do with their random funds? Do they buy V-Bucks? Or do they save their money for a house?
Yeah, you can get cancelled for that. You
Revealing
only
area.
buy riot credits or whatever they're called in these days, alright? Get which
True.
game you play, Chief. Come on.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
Who plays your bills?
As a skin owner, as a skin enthusiast.
As a skinionaire. Knowers will know. A Bucky in
Gold, gold,
garage.
gold.
They're not going to go to garage.
Gotta go.
There is two players
Suck
with
it. We're good.
feet in the site here for Motive, though. It's going to be a quick flood.
Go, go, go.
Not quite the catch and flaring. The only member with not really a hell of a lot here either, and he's going to be absolutely cleared out of the back of sight. Along getting that spike planted, Styron straight through. Vera does find one, and they've already just done damage again. They're just dropping like flies. Left, right, good night. Fancy have hit double
Stay put
digits,
as a bowstring. The fight
and the
commences.
quasi half by doesn't get converted.
I mean, they didn't have much kit in the game there. Full buy coming on in. Both teams sitting on a Hunter's Fury. Got the overdrive for Vera off the back of dying after getting that Bucky pick, so that was worth it for him. Dimensional Drift is there on the attacking side here. More Fancy United as well. Drift up towards the left side. Dimensional Drift straight away. Sushi Boy's going to try to fight in front of it. He just eats that shock dart. Twilight's right on top of him.
They're opening there from Clary, but Bucute trying to do some more. He doesn't quite get what he wants. And unfortunately, it now gets awkward. Fisio has to try to do everything here, but
Not the chest.
it's going to be a meltdown. The pot has overflowed. A little bit of extra boiling. Someone likes their pasta more than al dente, as Motive get one run back on the board. 2 rounds the difference here.
Respect to Sushi Boys. That dude just
down,
planted
C.
his feet
Last
in the
player.
site. And even after the kitchen sink was thrown at him, he... Oh, man. Well, look, we'll circle
Scanning
back
ahead.
to that one and touch base later. A lobby control coming out here for Fancy. Gonna deny info to the defense. Couple little trippages on the A side, on the A side there for Sushi Boys. He's been having a bit of a rougher game, to be honest. Deep trip on C long here for the attackers. Vera,
I'm out of
how
here.
good are you at limbo, my friend? Not good enough. He will at least deal with it and get out of there scot-free, but well aware that there is at least somebody kicking around C lobby there. Look at Motive, big stack on that A side. Fancy have been quite, what would I say, quite stubborn. They take map control somewhere and they usually hit the site. That's what they were doing on Icebox. So I think Motive's expecting to them to stick to those routines, but not this time.
I think that relay bolt might have actually done work there, but they've taken the site control. Twilight did get tagged up a little bit. Now FCY has given sort of a hand up over towards the side of A, but they're going to get this spike planted. It's going to be a really, really awkward fight towards the spawn. I think they're actually going to try and fight this. Yeah, there you go. Wayne finds the opening. Buku spotted, and he's just going to sit straight in front of it right now. He has popped the ultimate, but he's running out of juice, running out of sauce. And now it's actually heading over towards B. This is such an awkward line. He's catching the flank. It's Minlong, though, to find two. He's already looking great here, and now they still have to worry about FCY over towards the flanking position, but Fleuring, Sushi Boys gets the damage done. Hunter's Fury pop, looking to do the damage. He just sticks it to half. That's all he needs to do. And now he just needs to buy a little bit of extra time. They do the damage. He's inside the defuse. He's on the smoke. It's Minlong. Oh, my God, the Sova. He was stuck on Teo on the previous, but now he's on a real agent, and he is fragging 11 for Fancy.
Yeah, pretty good on the Teo, but that was a huge round for him. He has had a bit more of a quiet game, but what a round to step up in. You can see Fancy United, they wanted to contest over on spawn side. Twilight and BQ both posturing, both aggressive, puffing their chest out. Looking to try to take a fight with Motive as they come in on the retake. They both get folded, so someone had to step up. And of course, the Sova does so. Hello.
Damage dealt early as well. Sushi Boys just peppered down immediately. Do not pass go. Oh!
Careful, mate. Sitting on the camp. Motive ready for the flood.
They want to go again.
Oh, fake this time. Sushi Boys has seen that trick a couple of times. Fancy won't commit to it. He'll skulk away. Meet up with Fisio. Their way back towards grass. Continuing to be quite happy to play fast flood with the rolling thunder. I was going to say, but Flaring loses his head. What a shot from Twilight. And now the drone on forward will clear the trip. They may even look to try to ult that body inside of the garage window. That's what Fisio's going for. He can't reach it. He's got little arms. There we go.
Go, go, go.
The corpse has been given. And now Styron all alone. They've got the information. He's just going to be running on up. That relay bolt surely gets the catches. Now they get towards the side. It's a nice little blaring in.
One enemy
Yes, I
remaining.
can. Able to find an additional one. And that's a second on Vera as well. Sushi Boys, he was tagged up earlier in the exchange. And I think he's just going to walk into the open arms of Fisio. This is incredible what we are witnessing in front of us right now. It is going to be not only map, but series point. And Sushi Boys can't do anything about it, Pilski. They've got no money, no passion. They're just purely looking sad. Fisio, even to rub salt in the wounds, finds Sushi Boys 4 alive.
Match point.
This is a phenomenal step for Vietnamese Valorant if it does pay off.
Running low.
Where were you when Fancy United was running circles around
30
Motive
seconds left.
in the macro?
One enemy remaining.
Unbelievable, mate. Hell of a shot
Tropical
on
Gaming,
firing.
right.
just opens up the round. They are running all over them right now. One round away from locking this series down 2-0. What a bloody upset that would be. And I'm here for it, mate. Motive scraping the bottom of the bank account. Spectre light armor, glass cannon guardian. That ain't it, Chief. That's not what you want to be working with. Contesting series point here, and Fancy well aware that the money is absolutely cooked. They are just sitting all the way back in spawn. Multiple little off angles, cheeky little high lows, trying to punish some potential aggression. Motive have got some great ult tools to work with, though. They can lean on those to try to scrape their way through another round and maybe get some better weaponry into the next. Overdrive and the Rolling Thunder
Cover
going to have to be
going out.
leaned heavily on. Shock into Gary to clear the trip. Dark cover denies any info from window. Motive reply with their own. 55 seconds on the clock. Fisio going to drop himself off in middle. And the rest of Fancy going to go to test this A info line that Siren is sitting on.
Even getting the cage to allow some safe passage through, and looking at this now, he actually, I think he slipped the net. He absolutely
overdrive
has.
gone.
Fisio's found the opener. The cam's up. The aftershock goes out. He does get taken down, but now that pulls the rotate. That pulls the pressure. They're moving in towards this side very, very quickly now, Pilski. They've got the neural theft. They've got the information. But you know what Fancy have? They've got the site, and they've got that spike planted. And it's already going to be a quick bit of dueling. 3 Acute finds one. Sushi Boys getting the trade back. It all could be happening right here, right now, Pilski. Sushi Boys has no HP, and Wayne is nowhere to be seen. Bucute is going absolutely nuclear. The Neon of Bucute. He has had a cracker of a series, and I think witnessing history right now. Fancy in the groups of split 3, SEA challengers. They are going to be looking to take down the first seed, one of the favorites of Ascension. They find Motive.